Okay, what if Samsung's cheaper phone took better photos in the Ultra? Because, according to the latest leaks, that might actually be what's happening with the Galaxy S27 Pro. Not in every way, but in one specific area that a lot of people actually care about. Let's break it down. Quick bit of context. Samsung skipped the Pro model entirely for the Galaxy S26 lineup, keeping the standard Plus model instead. But for the S27 series, the Pro is back on the table. Reports point to Samsung launching 4 S27 phones: the base S27, S27 Plus, S27 Pro, and S27 Ultra early next year, followed by an FE model later in 2027. Now here's the headline. Both the S27 Pro and S27 Ultra will share the same 200-megapixel main camera with OIS and the same 50-megapixel ultra-wide. So far, so equal. The difference is the telephoto. The Ultra gets a conventional 50-megapixel telephoto with 5x optical zoom. The Pro, however, gets a 50-megapixel ALOP lens, all lenses on prism, also at 50 megapixels, but with 3.5x optical zoom. And that difference in zoom level is actually what makes the Pro's camera potentially better in one key scenario. Here's the technical bit, and it matters. The S27 Ultra with a 5x native lens has to use in-sensor cropping from the main camera to cover everything between 1x and 4.9x. That means portrait shots at around 3.5x, which is the sweet spot for flattering people photos, are not coming from a native lens on the Ultra. They're cropped. The S27 Pro's native lens sits at 3.5x, so at that exact zoom level it's shooting optically, cleaner, more natural. If you shoot a lot of portraits, the Pro could genuinely outperform the Ultra for that specific use case. The Ultra still wins for anything at 5x and beyond. Longer range shots are its territory, but for everyday portrait photography, the Pro has a real advantage. The ALOP design, all lenses on prism, places the optical array on top of the prism instead of beside it. Samsung says this makes the lens more compact and also enables brighter image capture, which means better low-light performance too. So the Pro isn't just getting a different lens, it's getting a more advanced one. Outside the camera, the S27 Pro shares most of its specs with the Ultra. Both run the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 6 Pro chip, come with 12GB RAM or more, 256GB storage or more, and support 60-watt wired and 25-watt wireless charging. Both also feature an OLED display with QHD+ resolution and privacy display. The differences? The Pro has a 6.43-inch screen versus the Ultra's 6.9-inch panel, and it won't support the S Pen stylus. So if you want a more compact phone and don't need the S Pen, the Pro is shaping up to be a seriously compelling option. So to wrap it, Galaxy S27 Pro, brand new addition to the lineup, same chip and core specs as the Ultra, smaller 6.43-inch screen, no S Pen, but with an ALOP 3.5x telephoto that could actually produce better portrait shots than the Ultra's conventional 5x lens, both coming early next year alongside the S27 and S27 Plus. Are you Team Pro or Team Ultra? Drop it in the comments. If you're following the S27 leaks, subscribe. We're covering every drop as it comes. See you in the next one.